Peace, family. This is Derek Muhammad. Welcome to my channel, and let's get right into it. I want to talk really briefly about the arrest and the traffic stop that led to the arrest of MMA star Jon Jones. On yesterday, TMZ released a traffic stop in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where Jon Jones, who is a black male, was driving his white Corvette through the streets of Albuquerque, New Mexico. He was pulled over and accused of speeding, drag racing, and everything else under the sun by a white officer who got into a verbal exchange with Jones. Now, I watched this traffic stop more than once, and I saw where this officer had an agenda and an axe to grind with Jon Jones from the outset of the traffic stop. I saw Jon Jones try to be as professional as he could with the officer, but the officer wanted to be as unprofessional as he could with Mr. Jones. Police officers are trained on how to de-escalate a situation. All they have to do is reverse engineer that training, and the very principles that they use to de-escalate a situation, they can use to escalate a situation. That is exactly what I saw in that traffic stop. Now, once things had escalated, Jon Jones kind of bit the bait. He used some choice words with the officer. He said he was sorry or something, and he even called him a pig. Now, that's some Black Panther throwback stuff right there, but you went back with that one, John. And he called the officer a pig. He ended up having to apologize, and today I hear that he's been arrested on probation violation charges and is now in the county jail, all on a bogus bullcrap traffic stop that I believe could have been avoided. All Jon Jones was asking the officer to do is show me proof where I was speeding. Show me proof where I was drag racing. He even tried to reason with the officer and let him know I was revving the engine on my sports car to acknowledge some of my fans. Now, very seldom will you win a verbal dispute with an officer on the street. And that's for you to go out there and teach your children. You don't even need to argue with them. Just get in and out of there. But I will say that calling an officer a pig is not against the law, and calling an officer a sorry excuse for a peace officer, that's not against the law either. But you have too many police officers out here who don't police with their training, but they police with their egos. This video was a clear-cut case of that. I'm going to do my best to leave the link in the description so that you can watch the video for yourself and you tell me what you think. So all of these officers who come to activists like myself and they ask the question, Derek Muhammad, what can we do to improve police community relations? When TMZ releases footage like that of the Jon Jones stop, that does not help. So when the public sees how disrespectful and inappropriate this officer was to Jon Jones, and there's no outcry from these so-called good police officers, then we are left to believe that you approve of such policing. And if you approve of such policing, then what we do is when we see you in your uniform, the public judges you all the same. So respect is a two-way street. You know, if someone does something out of character to a police officer, you expect the community to condemn them. But when police officers act unprofessional and uncharacteristic like, then there is no outcry from these good cops. So if you want respect, you got to give it. And if you want police community relations to improve in this country, then I say make a careful study of that stop, and you show me where that was necessary. You show me where the way and the tone in which he spoke to Jon Jones was necessary. You tell us. And if you can't reasonably show us where that officer was right in the way he handled that stop, then you denounce it. And if you can't denounce it, then I think that it would be unintelligent for you to expect for things to change. People are not going to have respect for law enforcement until law enforcement begins to have the same kind of respect for the law that they enforce that you want us to have. Period.